Walking through your favorite game for the third time. But do you want to know where all of this started? Not that far. In the distant year of 2005, when dinosaurs were wandering the earth and the first Red Dead Redemption was 6 years from its release, Neversoft Entertainment created the most badass Western game of all times, and they simply named it Gone. When my mother bought the game for my birthday, I was around 6 years old. Imagine the horror she experienced after reading the description on the game cover. For us, common people from a village close to Eastern Europe, such a gory video game was beyond imagination. That's why an image of a cowboy around sunny fields fooled my mother to buy it. Only at home, miles from the video game store, she decided to double check what this game was about before giving it to a little boy, the boy who just finished Commander Keen. As you might have thought, I was forbidden to play it right away. My mother took the game to her job in order to save my young and innocent brain. Just thought that it would have been funny if she actually decided to play it back then. But when I was around 8, I finally managed to get it back after years of threats and blackmail, and it was incredible. Magnificent landscapes, dangerous encounters with enemies, and a thrilling plot were blowing my infant head away. I can't say that I actually understood what was happening, especially in such moments.
He's coming back inside with me.
Oh, lucky him.
But as a 25-year-old grandpa, I can surely state that the game has a well-made storyline with twists, tension, and well-written characters. All of them are absolutely trivial, but I doubt that it ever made a good spaghetti western any worse. Most likely, these archetypical, classic characters made the genre such a unique universe. So let's get back to Gone and its gameplay. Well, most of the time, you should. Even though the game tries to give you various occupations, gunning bad guys down is your main job in this 3D wastelands. We have a classic third and a first-person shooting. We also have a quick draw that can be considered a prototype for the Deadeye in RDR2. And of course, how can we call something a western without horseback shooting scenes? Even after all these years, this part of the gameplay feels really engaging. Overall, the gameplay is really gory and harsh. Sometimes it feels like Manhunt, but with cowboys. You can use people as life shields, scalp your enemies, explode their heads, and much more. But what about the challenge? I hear you, my beloved Souls fans. And I'm happy to tell you that this one here is a complete madness when it comes to the difficulty. When I decided to replay it, I was stupid enough to choose the hard mode, but smart enough not to choose this hell. I sincerely can't remember dying that often in video games.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
But you could change the difficulty in the settings. No, you can't. I know it sounds crazy, but this feature wasn't a must-have back then. NPCs in this game just don't miss. Sometimes I thought that they are actual players and I'm just a clumsy target. Okay, even if you manage to destroy dozens of trained snipers, sooner or later you will get to a boss. And it's not some duel where the fastest wins. It's a proper boss fight with a health bar, one-shots from the enemy, and beloved multi-stages. I literally had to find loopholes in the game design to win some of them. And it's not even the hardest mode. As a cherry on top, the game has an analog to a helicopter boss. Oh my, how much I hated it. All this hardcore successfully stimulates a player to complete side quests, which are cute, but worthless by themselves. Go to the other end of the map and kill this guy, then bring the other one alive, find a rare animal and shoot it with an arrow. But the best one is, of course, to get a guy some groceries. Perfectly aligns with ultra-violence nature of this game, doesn't it? Anyway, considering the age, I'm ready to forgive a lot. A lot.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
But despite all these imperfections, it's still a well-made project with an amazing team. When I was reading about Gun, I found out that they hired a lot of talented actors and artists to voice the characters. In the game you can hear Thomas Jane, Lance Henriksen, Chris Christopherson, Brad Dourif and Ron Perlman. I really hope I spelled it right. Who flawlessly performed their roles.
Put a price on that kid's head. I don't care how much. I want every bounty hunter, every mercenary, every damn snake in the Western Territories looking for that son of a bitch. No one is gonna stand in the way of my destiny, you understand? No one! Not the federal government, not the Apaches, and not some pissant kid with a six gun!
Thanks to them, Gun really feels like a movie. Brilliant cutscenes also add to the cinematic atmosphere. Unexpectedly, you start to root for the protagonist, and his work quickly becomes your own. I know that nowadays a game with such realistic graphics can hardly be treated seriously, but with a bit of imagination, it becomes something more than creepy old-school world borders. When I was playing it again after almost 20 years, it was tough. The controls were non-intuitive, the game felt plastic, and the tiny open-world map only added to the ongoing feeling of skepticism. Nevertheless, as I was getting close to the ending, I felt joy. Skepticism replaced itself with a feeling of nostalgia, and the mechanics began to be fun. 8-year-old boy who'd never seen anything like it woke up in my head and truly enjoyed the action he was part of. I can't recommend this game now because it simply can't compete with the Red Dead Redemption series, and it won't be fair to compare because it's just too old. But for its time, the game was revolutionary. Gun is a milestone, a change in perspective. It showed the video game world what an engaging and atmospheric Western should look like. I embrace it and give the place of honor in my heart. I hope that some of you have shed a nostalgic tear while others found out about this grandpa for the first time. Anyway, I have to go because I still have to kill this f***ing boss, damn it.